So after concluding the slides in this webinar on video probe care and RVI task proficiency, I now want to move to the live demonstration that we are looking forward to on how to do some of the common tasks where you want to become more proficient at them, like annotating an image or a video. We've added a new capability in software coming out in a very short period of time where you can save X number of minutes of the previous live video to a DVR. We've added the ability to rotate images so that you can have a better perspective so that it's in a meaningful orientation that you're looking at the images, and also the ability to create overlays. First, if I wanted to send you a picture of this scene, there is nothing on there that tells me what this image is other than it looks like a bunch of metal. And if it was in an engine, in a asset that has a serial number, I can go to annotation and add the serial number for that asset, position that serial number or work order, whatever this number is for you. Anywhere on the screen, it's now going to be on all video or any saved images. When I say done, that text layer of annotation, when I press the save button, that serial number is saved in that picture. Then, if I were to send this picture to you, you would be curious, what is the item of interest here? I can put text on a live stream. I just showed you that, but I can also add multiple layers of text by toggling, and again, going to annotation and adding another text layer, and I will call it a pipe. And I will put my finger on that word pipe and drag it over to that 3/4 MPT elbow there. And some people want smaller or larger text. So now I can go edit. I can make it a different color to make it stand out. I can make it a different size so that it becomes more readable from a further distance, and then say done. I finished editing the text, adding the text, and say done again. And so, okay, there's a pipe. Is there anything else about this image that is remarkable? I could then freeze the image by touching the screen or pressing the enter key, going to annotation again, and you can see that now I'm able to actually add arrows, more than one. If I put my finger on the head of the arrow and drag it to wherever I want on the screen, put my finger on the ball, rotate it around the screen. If I don't have a touch screen, I can use the joystick, and I can also reposition arrow just by simply going to edit and rotate. And that rotate will go in 45-degree increments. Touch screen is faster. You say done, you'll see the ball. Okay, there's one area, but again, it may not be standing out with that color, so I can edit it, change the arrow color, change the arrow size, just like I did on the text. Okay, and say done, and now I have one arrow pointing to a pipe, but maybe there are other items of interest, again, on a freeze frame image. I know it's freeze frame. If you look at the top left corner, it says FF. If I add an arrow, there's my second arrow. Okay, here's the other side of the pipe. Again, I can change position, change orientation, change the direction. All of those things I did on the other one is also possible. And now I have an asset serial number on the video or saved images. I have arrows pointing to the scenes, and the image when I save it, and let's see, in this case, it's picture number 10, saved today. If I go to the recall function, you will see that that annotation from the live layer 112233 and that annotation from the freeze frame layer and the arrows are both in here, and I can scroll through. This one here had no annotation of text or arrows other than the serial number. Here's one from earlier where I was looking at a trailing edge. So it makes it much more meaningful when you send pictures to me or anybody else so that they know what they're looking at. Now to get rid of that, I can touch pipe, and I can touch toggle and delete it. And the same thing up here, I can touch that and delete. I could have deleted them all at one time if I would have gone to delete all. What I wanted to show you also, we've implemented in 3.5 software releasing next week. I can put 2 fingers on the screen and rotate a live image. You look in the status bar at the top, I've rotated the image 88, 89, 90 degrees, 2 fingers, I'm zooming. Now, if you want to take that picture, because rotation is happening today only in a live image, I can double click the save key. First of all, I'm going to double click the bottom right toggle on the screen or double click the menu key. Now I'm going to double click the save key, and you see it taking a screenshot number 6 of that rotated image. So with that, it gives you a different perspective for viewing the image that can be helpful. And then the last thing I wanted to show you that has been added is in the image menu. Lastly, let's talk about overlays. Overlays are helpful to compare an image captured during the last inspection cycle and compare it with a current inspection cycle. So what I would have done in this case is saved this picture of this eroded trailing edge of a turbine blade. You'll see that it's being saved to the D drive, picture number 11. And now to use that as an overlay, when I come back 6 months later, I can go to the image and select overlay and browse for an overlay that I want to use. I'll use that last one. It's the one I just created. And what that's going to do is create an overlay for selecting in the overlays menu. But the active one is the one I'm using. And I can hide it or unhide it. And I can also change the opacity of it. I'll show you that in just a moment. So I'm pressing the back key. You'll see that when I rotate my live image, I can position the camera, or I can rotate my live image to lay up with or on top of that overlay to see if that erosion has deteriorated or increased. So now if I go into the images, this is where I was telling you, you can go into your overlay, you can change the opacity of that overlay so it can look just like the current scene that you're looking at. You can also hide it, by the way, if you want to just look at the live image or show it. Okay, once you have it the way you want it, press the back key and now position your camera or rotate your image to line up with your overlay to compare it to a previous inspection. So those are the live things I wanted to show you. There's absolutely more. We can talk about them in depth when you attend one of the Waygate Inspection Academy live instructor-led courses or distance learning courses.